Good evening, Final Fantasy Randomizer fans and SpeedGaming fans. We have a very special race tonight. It is Week 2, Race 2 of the Final Fantasy Randomizer Fall League. I'm Caleb, and I'm joined by my better half of Team Maryland, Demon Frog. How you doing, man?
That's right. It's the Tuesday night Caleb and Demon show.
Yeah. So we have a treat for everyone out there watching. These are our free Enterprise flags, so kind of borrowing from our randomizer cousin, the Final Fantasy IV free Enterprise. We will see a very fast Jetty Seed. This will be a free airship, no encounters other than spike tile forced encounters in the dungeons, and you see everybody's bringing that black belt because the XP is 20% per key item. And we're going to get levels super quick. We're going to be looking for grinds. We're going to be looking for that ever important fast spell, looking for enough gear to keep our mages alive. And we're going to jump into Topher once we get all 4 orbs lit. This is a really fun flag set. I really enjoy these sorts of seeds. Demon Frog, how do you feel about them?
They are not my strong suit, but they are fun. Week 1, the race 1 this week, Wappy, my member of Trash Island Fire Department, won with 37 minutes. That's how quick this can go. I've usually been practicing in the 40 to 50 minutes. No encounter. You usually get, level 6 to 10 off of those inner sea force things, Garland and pirates and whatnot.
Yeah.
After that, you got to find yourself a tile that you can get some experience on and try to get going.
Yeah, it's really the tale of 2 different grinds, right? So Garland will get us level 3. The pirates will kick us up to 6. If we catch Astos, if we get the crown early, that'll get us to right around level 10, and we're going to see Ganon's Gone Wild. We're off and running, so just a second here, our runners will be synced up. We got White Magic, we've got level 1 Fade, so...
Oh, yeah, level 1 Red Learnable Fade, that's perfect.
That is a wonderful thing to see, and level 1 Brack, not a bad offset either. That's an alternative strategy to going into Sea and Sky a little bit earlier than we'd like to. We're going to check this item shop, and no vendor item here, so...
And just a note, Shadow did have some PC issues. He is going to be coming up here in a minute. Had to do a reboot, so we'll see him here in a minute.
Yep. And Ganon's Gone Wild is going to be our first runner. Going to check the TOF boxes, while J-Man going right for the Garland kill. Grindy also going to check this free box, and Fade takes care of Garland, so there's our level 3 for J-Man, and Grindy's going to check these top left boxes as well. King with the key. Did you love it?
That's perfect.
Yeah, Ruby's also a nice find.
Yeah, that opens up we do have Titan's Trove on, so Titan is in the way and has incentive. Key allows you to do Marsh in one swing through instead of having to potentially double dip.
Yeah, one of the interesting things about this flag set that is sort of atypical from your standard Final Fantasy Randomizer playing or viewing experience is we do not have early King, we do not have early Ordeals, we do not have early Sages or early Sarda. So what that means is all of those vanilla gates having to... Oh, and there's level 2 Nuke.
Look
wow.
At that level 2 Nuke.
So
Block 2.
We're going to be probably in and out of here in about, I'm thinking, less than an hour for everyone to finish. The runners on stream here will probably be wrapping up in the 30 to 45, 50 minute range. This looks like it's the kind of seed designed to just go fast. So...
Yeah. Warp gets you in and out of those incentive dungeons so quick at level 2. Red mages are packing Fade level 1 Nuke level 2. Black mages have level 2 Nuke.
Yeah.
They can find any tile they want now and pretty much go to town.
Yeah. It's going to be really interesting to see if we're going to find a good party grind to get a couple levels to get our black belt set up to get the solo grind as shadowed immediately into the Cardia Forest. Vicky gives us the slab, so that's a longer fetch quest than we would like to do right away. Still no shop item in the first few towns, but Shadow gets a white shirt. That's pretty good.
Yeah, with clamped bosses as high as they are, white shirts actually can be really good.
Yeah. And what I was saying about the early convenience is being turned off, it makes Earth Cave and the Rod that much more important. So killing the vampire will unlock the item from Sarda. It will also let us get the Earth incentivized box because Earth is incentive in these flags. And if we have the Rod when we go in there, killing Lich will unlock the item at the Sages in Crescent Lake. So it'll be interesting to see when someone gambles on Earth, because the box and the vampire could give you the Rod.
Alright, level 3, fire 3.
That's a good backup.
Yeah, not a good one. I saw Pro Rings rolled neutral. No plus, no minus.
Ooh, wow. This is a Red Mage Seed for days. We got Red Mage Learnable Cure 4, White Mage Learnable Heal 3, and the Silver Bracelets rolled +5. So once we find those in a shop, we're essentially golden. Like, we don't really need anything better than that.
Yep, gold rolled +1.
And a level 4 Cure 3. And
level
there's
4
Fast.
That is the spell you need. Like, you need Fast with this.
Yeah, Fast is...
level 4, that's pretty ideal.
Yeah, Fast, and it only really shared a level with Quad X. So, like, Quad X is nice. Like, if we can get maybe we find fighters or something and they're pretty evasive, we can throw a Quad X on them and get a grind going that way. As J-Man, our first runner into the Marsh Cave, and Ganon's Gone Wild going to check Volcano. The red D chest here on the carry floor is incentivized, but J-Man might be coming in here to check some spike tiles, check the armory. Bane +2 sword. It's a nice pickup too.
There's 2 trap tiles here on the second Volcano. One right there he just checked, and the other one's going to be in armory.
And on the crown tile is just a pack of wolves, so we nuke this down, that'll get us a level. And some bulls. That's... you don't really want to... It's fine.
I mean, with warp, take it, get a couple levels, because I've always found that I end up doing kind of 2 grinds a lot of times on these seeds. You do like a middle tier, you take a C tier tile that isn't too tanky, get up, and then you can hopefully find that Gasty or 3-Eye or, you know, whatever tile you can find.
Ganon's Gone Wild finding a lot of good stuff here in the armory, a lot of good vendor items. We found a katana. Grindy Licious also found a katana in the Cardia.
And kind of an example of that middle tier trap tile is this 4R Hydra.
Oh yeah, love the fire hydrants. Oh, don't like it when they punch out the black belt. Grindy going to be the first runner to check the Titans box and gets the incentivized Vorpal. So, vendor sword. Although he is the only one on screen running a fighter. So fighter and black belt with his party, as J-Man gets the required Oxiale from Marsh Keylocked. So you have Slab, you have Bottle. How do you prioritize those checks in these flags?
Get them as early as possible. You get a big honkin' XP boost for each key item before you really do too much digging for trap tiles to get those levels. You want to get as many key items as you can to get that grind going as quick as you can.
And we are looking at flags that do have several pieces of gear. So we do have incentivized Vorpal, as we saw. We have incentivized Power Gauntlet. We have incentivized Defense Sword and an incentive ribbon. So those Bottle and Slab might turn into a piece of gear, or it could turn into the 1 dud item. We do have 1 extra location turned on.
Yeah, defense has been borderline required. I've found, if not required, it's really good to have. Otherwise, either your black belt just gets hit too hard, or your mages that you put up front to be meat shields end up going down in one round. So we haven't get life yet, either to get that mage back up.
Yeah, I'd put it at a strong nice to have. I don't think it's necessarily required, but it's definitely really nice to have. Like if we get like Invis and Viz 2, those could help accommodate for missing defense. Like if I were in go mode and I had Ordeals and Waterfall left to go, and I knew the defense sword was there, and I don't think I would clear a dungeon to get it. But
And nobody having a good amount. Well, I guess we'll see if J-Man decides to try and take this our Hydra tile. That seems like a really good option if you can stay alive long enough, just to get into the upper teens, maybe.
Yeah, to quote the venerable Burt Reynolds, it's better to just take this now instead of looking for a worse grind. So this is good experience. We have a fair amount of key items. If we can get to like level 21 across the board, be pretty good. Although they are soaking a nuke and a fade and not dying, so
yeah, I wouldn't spend too much, but it really stinks. Like if they end up going to ice and you get 3-4 levels down and you find that tile, but you're only level 12, you don't have the hit points or the charges to really capitalize on that. That's a long walk to get back. So yeah, while you're here, you got warp to get out, get what you can, and move on.
Yeah. Well, warp is sharing a spot with nuke, so yeah. As all of our runners are descending upon Marsh. So, Ganna's gone wild running the Black Belt Rainbow. That's a party comp I really like in this flag set. J-Man running the Force 3-man as well as Shadowed, opting for an empty character as opposed to bringing a white mage, while Grindy with the Fighter Black Belt, white black mage. What party comp do you like to run here, Demon?
I've been doing black belt, none, red, black, and the red and the black have to really both be pulling their weight if they want to stay upright. Sometimes it's just too hard to get a mage down. I've had plenty of grinds where I wanted the mages to go down and they won't.
Yeah. When I first started practicing this flag set, I was just running black belt red mage, and I was having pretty good consistency clearing these things around 45 to 50 minutes, but at least 10 minutes of that was spent struggling trying to get a grind going, and then I started running the black belt. I started expanding the party comp a little bit more, and then I took a race against Thunderclawed, and he smoked me by like 5 minutes. And I asked him what party comp he ran, and he said Black Belt Rainbow, and I was like, all right, why don't we give it a go? And then next time I ran Black Belt Rainbow, I got like a sub 40, and I was like, okay, I think there's something to this for me. While I like the what a 3-person party can bring you, I've never had a lot of success getting the short party comps stabilized and going, whereas like I feel better about killing off mages during a grind.
Alright, we got Ganon checking. Okay, air tile might work. You check. There's 2 individual tiles to the left on her.
It's good XP if they rolled. And they rolled between 152 and 170. So this is a really good grind for Ganon. If they're not too evasive and the black belt can punch them down effectively, but we're gonna try our luck somewhere else.
Yeah, it's not good, but it's not bad. So, that's one you kind of write down real quick and say, okay, if nothing else works out, I got that. But you checking ice. There's 5 different tiles here, and with warp you can check them real quick. So I don't begrudge anyone for coming here to ice, using those 2 warp charges, getting 5 different shots at a really good tile to really get them going. Yeah.
Ice is one of those things I forget about a lot. And we got some hot wings, so that's fine. Again, I like airs over this. Frosties, on the other hand.
And they have level 3 Fire 3, so they have 3 potential usable levels worth of magic against these guys.
Let's see how they rolled.
Right around 200, it looks like.
Yeah, between 174 and 206, so we're going to need magic to get them down, but better experience than the airs, but still just taking notes. Gets the hot wing information, and it's adamant.
Oh, no, you don't want this tile.
You gotta be mindful of the tiles that have a lot of enemies in them. Those are the bane of the black belt.
And these things, they hit hard and they have slow. So every time they cast slow, it has to hit each of your light warriors. That's time you don't got, and yeah, 3,000 experience not worth it.
So Grindy went off to Gaia, found the tail for sale. He gets the herb from the fairy, and just a weird exchange for a soft potion. So there's our dud.
They saw level 6 life, level 6 temper. It's not the best place for temper. You'll like to have a little more of that, but...
So Grindy gets black shirt from Elfland Armory. That's pretty good. So he's got black shirt and white shirt. So, not that we're probably going to equip them, but we have them to use. So we haven't found a grind that Ice 2 would be effective for. But if maybe we found a water tile, that could help. There's our first look at a life spell at level 6.
Alright, J-Man, being a little brave, he's gonna go way deep into Volcano.
Well, there's
Randy.
another tile down here.
Randy, what are you doing? Left and down?
That's what I do.
God.
You don't have to pick your thumb up. You know, you hit that staircase descending, holding left. So why not just keep holding left? And Adamant lead to the loot.
Alright, required. So we got that.
Ice required. Surprise, surprise.
And J-Man will see 2 different tiles here. The Agama and then the red D trap tile. So we'll see. And also get an incentive item. First one, whammy.
Yeah. So hags feel bad, but Ganon, our first runner to dive the Earth Cave without the rod.
I like it with warp. You get 2 incentives out of this, and ooh,
it's another good one if we had like a mage stick or something. Because if those Germadusas rolled up or have some kind of goofy status touch on them.
Yeah, that's another one that I would definitely maybe use a little bit on. But if he's trying to take carry on.
Grindy found the fighter tile. I like that one. I like the fighter tile. I think this is either the Frosty tile or the Frost Wolf tile.
Alright, got a carry 1 pull on J-Man. Look at that.
Hey! Rods and Earth. That's a Caleb seed. I rolled this thing. So
Alright, J-Man gonna see if he can just nuke down carry, which we got a lot of firepower, but man.
If she starts punching, Fade rolls in for 96. Ugh.
Yeah, middling, you have 7 hits, 424, now...
Oh, feels bad.
Still upright, nuke for 276 and gets it.
Good job, G-Man, and he's a braver man than me.
Yeah, me too.
As Ganon is taking on Lich, so Rod and Earth is the Galaxy Brain play here, as it just lets you kind of go through this in one go. So
and
Ganon...
Lich was nothing, just rolled right through. One thing I didn't see if Ganon checked, there's trap tiles past the Rod block that
he did not.
Could be of use.
He did not. But right now, I think Grindy is our grind tile winner with having found the fighter, but leaving it behind, and I don't necessarily like that play. Might want to get more key items to get that XP boost even higher, but there's our silver bracelets for sale. Silver bracelets +5 for 856 gold. Like, that's the cheapest nice gold bracelet you'll ever find.
Yeah, that's perfect, especially if you haven't. One thing with these flags I've noticed is I definitely do try to take a couple of chests early just to get some money to buy up to level 4 magic. Seeing something like that, super cheap, really good defense, really good to see early before you've had a time to commit to a grind.
And J-Man gonna be able to do all of dwarves in one go as he got that TNT, which I'm looking.
There we go. That's what we need to crack this thing open.
There's our where's Burt Reynolds at, our canoe expert? He probably knew where it was the whole time.
Alright, so that gives J-Man access to Waterfall. It gives him access to Kraken. gives him access to ordeals. And there's our chime off of Sarda.
And I'm looking at his tracker. It looks like Crystal was likely what gave us the TNT.
I believe so. Yeah, Crystal was the volcano. Yeah, volcano incentive.
Shadow's in trouble here, trying to keep his grind alive as Ganon gets the crown. So now we have ordeals unlocked.
So now in the booth we're in no mode. We got everything.
Well, we're still looking for a cube.
I thought they got the cube early. Maybe I'm thinking my practice from I did before the stream.
All right,
I
Shadows
before a race, but I need to practice before commentary because I want to screw it up then too.
Shadows warping out and hit level 21. So quitting while he's ahead. Don't really blame him here.
Yeah, that R Hydra is it's good to about where he took it. I wouldn't. It's not something you're gonna ride to 32 or 42.
Well, not with that attitude, Demon Frog.
A winning attitude. That's what I have.
So Ganon gets his soft herb. He's gonna feel pretty bad about those limp spices that he's about to turn in. But gonna see. This is our first look at the slab turn in. If this is cube, we're in no mode in the. He needs to turn in the crystal, so he's got to go to volcano. But closer and closer.
All right, defense.
Well. It's the best. I would rather have the defense sword than the power gauntlet, knowing that we already know that we're the dud and the Vorpal are. Like, that's probably the next best thing to getting go mode.
Yeah, the defense is tied in my opinion for the best. I didn't get a key item, but I did get something out of this.
Yeah, I mean the ribbon's really good, but with randomized treasures on, like, if you open probably 20 boxes, you'll likely find a ribbon. I've found, like, 9 times out of 10, you either clear the key locks or Cardia, you're going to get an extra ribbon, maybe 2. So the incentive ribbon is a nice to have, but not necessarily required, especially if we get wall.
And also, you're going so high in levels, you have a lot more MDef than you're kind of used to.
Yeah, that black belt's going to be pretty well taken care of once we get into our 40s, with the exception of like Bane, but a ribbon is nice. I don't think they're necessarily required for this as long as we have like level 5 and down wall rather.
Yep, and J-Man gonna go ahead and light his second orb on speed bump number 1.
Yeah, J-Man is cruising right now. 2 orbs lit, 20 minutes in. Just needs to get Chime and Cube, and
that green Medusa tile has lost a little bit of its appeal, having Stinger.
Shine got knocked off that apple real quick. And there's Sarda with the Chime. So J-Man just Cube, and we know that it's going to be in Waterfall or Ordeals. I think you got to go to Waterfall. I mean, J-Man's going to do the slab turn and get the defense sword. He's going to get everything else, but we're looking at...
Yeah, you're already there to go to Anorak to get Kraken. If it's Ordeals or Waterfall, 10 times out of 10.
Yeah. Although, did we see the Astos kill yet? I don't think we saw...
Somebody did.
So I guess, because Tail was for sale, and J-Man's skipping, gonna do the bottle to the herb. So he's gonna get a lot of key items here. Get a lot more experience here, so. As Shadowed and Grindy both just getting stung by these Gurmadeuses. There's your Tail for sale. Might as well buy it, even if we're not gonna use it.
Yeah, it's 20% experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, get it.
Yeah, 20% experience for six grand. Please, please, and thank you. Where can I buy another one? If I buy another one, will my XP go up again?
Buy 99.
Right? We need by quantity on.
I mean, and it is good. We had the black shirt. I think it rolled down, so I don't know that it's great, but it does give resistances, so that might be good. Also, you have level 7, level 8 spells that you could maybe learn.
Davis, another member of Team Maryland, in chat pointing out that the Germaduces have Blaze behind that stinger, so that apple is rotten. We don't want this.
Grandy's going in for more though. He likes it.
Yeah, I don't think he's been burnt by the Blaze yet. He's just been getting stung, so. Which, if we're getting him down in one round, that's fine. Like, we won't see the Blaze, but. And Shadowed Flame's taking on Carry.
This is a bold strategy, Cotton.
He needs some crits with these fists. 5 hits. Carry did not have a lot of HP, so.
Oh no!
There was a Wizard Stick in Dwarf Cave, but this is not the way you want to lose a grind. And we snapped out of it. I don't know if the slow hit.
I don't know that it matters.
Yeah.
One hit, 10 damage. Yeah,
we're gonna need big crits. This is a oh, there's 78.
I just missed what was on Astos. We're checking the trap tiles. Gurnaga Air.
Better than the straight airs. Oh no, Shadowed. Oh, that feels so bad. Oh, I hate carry 2 wipes on post grind. Like, that's one of the worst feelings in the world.
Yeah, anytime you commit, 5 or more minutes out of what's supposed to be about a 50-minute flag set to a grind and you lose it. Yeah, you feel real bad.
Yeah. And J-Man's gonna live with these airs and Gurnagas, so this will get him the rest of the way.
I mean, the Gurnagas seem kind of beefy.
What's the black belts? I mean, that's a lot of XP though, so you can make it work.
No, he's already here. Here, Mr. Black Mage, you can be up front.
Go ahead and do your thing. As Grindy tries to take on Carry post wipe, we'll see if he has a little bit better luck. And he's got the black belt down, so he's going all in on the fighter strats. This is the bold strategy here, Demon. Like, fight.
Yeah, he has tail. We have a Vorpal that rolled up, so yeah. I mean, I can dig it.
Yeah, and he did get the Masa -4, but that's a lot of minus with these flags. But he gets through Carry. But fighter with these flags, that's something you don't see very often. And Grindy does prefer fighter strategies over black belts, so I'm not surprised. But I am worried about his ability to have success with that party compared to the power of the black belt in these flags. There's his TNT, which will give him his little rowboat. And Grandma not packing too much there. One of my favorite things about these flags is, and it's something I've only been able to do with the Black Belt Rainbow, is to get away without buying heal potions. It's always a fun feeling, like, I'm not buying heal potions this seed, and then I didn't need them, and then I've never bought them again with these flag sets, and I'm like, this is how I'm gonna save money. Time.
Yeah, low level heal 3 can do a lot of work.
Heal 2 also, like, especially like level 1 heal 2 and there's nothing else there, it's just like, okay, fine. Because it's super quick to menu too. Alright, Ganon gonna get his canoe and be a cube away, so he'll be our first to know that it's waterfall or ordeals.
Well, Dengwu, you comment from chat, we need blurst classes with free enterprise. Well, we have a flag, it didn't get live in time, but you can lock classes behind the orbs, and that's kind of definitely the more free enterprisey feel.
Grindy didn't buy it, but lock was available in OnRack in the bottom slot, which is learnable by the Black Mage, so that's pretty good. Like, I mean, he's gonna want to promote, but for our other runners, like, that's good to have. Like, not that it's super high level, but it's free charges. It's not going to share a slot with anything else, and it's pretty quick to menu to.
Yeah, Shadow getting revenge on Carrie, taking it down. Yeah, Locke, things can get, if not an evade cap, close enough that it feels like they're evade capped.
And Grindy and Ganon foot race through the waterfall here. Spiders. At least it's a safe tile to get through.
Well, it's safe as long as Danny doesn't roll. If Danny rolls, let's see the Arachnids have Blaze. 100% of the time, it's guaranteed. I don't know how they do it, but she does it.
Hey now, that Duck Derby seed with the Arachnids with Blaze and Earth, that was me. Traumatized a whole cohort of ducks with that. But Vanilla Cube, so Ordeals with the incentive ribbon. And Ganon, our first
definitely not worth going unless you're desperate for a trap tile, and you have too many other places you can look right now.
Yeah. And Ganon, our first runner in Go mode at the 29-minute mark with 2 orbs to light. He's looking. This is probably. I mean, he still has to do his grind, but maybe he'll get lucky and find some. Maybe he'll check Sharknado room.
Yeah, J-Man passed up that entire floor. There's 3 tiles on that floor you can check.
Yeah.
For stuff, and he's just full.
He does have a ribbon.
No armor equipped whatsoever.
Armor's for chumps.
Man, that is We do have that low level bracket that I think he's gonna have. Oh no, he's going. Oh, we'll see. Okay, yeah, he's going Brackstrats here.
Punching though. Kraken bringing the thunder. And J-Man trying to clap back with the Brack. Bought the Fade, but didn't get Brack on the Red Mage. So, and there's Ganon finding Blue D's. I believe this was right in the Sharknado room.
Yeah, this is Sharknado. This is a really good solo grind tile if they don't roll too evasive. They didn't roll too high. Okay.
Yeah,
this
so
is
J-Man bounced off of the Kraken fight after Kraken got super punchy, so, and this is what I was talking about, the Burt Reynolds quote. We're looking for a worse grind than those Blue Ds, and the Shadows with Trance are going to slow us down. And if we're lucky, we'll be able to run from this.
Yeah, the Blue Ds looked maybe eyeballing at 300-ish hit points.
Yeah, and that's definitely within the Black Belt's range of power once it gets up to 32.
And they hit sufficiently hard, they should be able to put the mages down for a little snoozy when the time comes.
Yeah, and this is the upside to having that white mage. It's just one extra Fade caster to kind of squish them up a little bit more. And J-Man gonna leave C. Even though we just hit Go mode, I like doing C well before, and we're gonna promote.
Yeah, Kraken seemed really evasive. He did not have Brack on his Red Mage. That is one thing I did notice.
He just had the level 1 Fade, so. But probably wasn't planning to go all in on the Brack strats at level 1, so.
Yeah, with the scaling the way it is in this, if Brack or Bane roll low, I can almost promise you that one of the Fiends is going down to Brack or Bane.
And he does promote, which is curious, because he's running Black Belt Red Black. Didn't really see anything locked out from that Red Mage. I guess the level 6 life?
My guess is he's going here to Lefine and wanted to be promoted in the event that there was magic here that he ended up wanting.
Yeah. And the defense sword, that's a win condition for Kraken right there, in theory. Well,
I didn't check the magic, so I'm not sure.
Davis pointing out that he may have saw Invis 2 and on-rack, which if it were in the top slot, the Red Mage could get it. but
Ganon's gone wild doing the walk of shame, trying to get out. You know, always feels bad to be that deep into a fiend dungeon and have to graciously bow out because you don't feel like you're ready for it.
yeah, we are approaching the 35-minute mark, and this is the fastest I've seen these seeds get done is Thunderclawed hitting it, I think, 37, 36 time frame. I know Wappy's put up a good time with these as well. So we should be approaching the end game here as everyone's sort of cleaning up their final approach, so to speak.
Yeah, there hasn't been like the home run tile. That's the one thing. I didn't really see too much on that fighter to see if it was viable. We got the blue D that seemed pretty good.
Yeah, chat was saying that they looked evasive and had over 300 HP, which is less than ideal, but it's workable.
Yeah, there was not that the 3-eye or the Naga water with Ice 3 kind of. There wasn't that. Oh yeah, this is definitely where I'm going to sit until 50.
Mm-hmm. So maybe those were sitting in ordeals and no one ever went there, as that's probably the largest bulk of spike tiles, or the biggest kind of thumb on the nose would be it sitting on the cube tile. Just like or in Topher.
Topher, that's the one that I'm thinking. The key locked in Topher, because you were 15-20 steps away at one point in this game to the god tile.
We also don't think anybody ever did. Okay, so Astos with a ribbon. So we also never saw anybody check the north. Oh no, we did see the northwest tile check, but we didn't see TOF locked, like he said, or we can all laugh when like Topher rolls with the 4 worms or something with like 200 HP.
Right, Shadow was a bit behind, up pulling Kraken, trying to get his second worm blade, trying to get a Brack off. Swing with the black belt, 2 hits for. Ooh, okay, 10 hits for. Okay, yeah. This Kraken showing the black belt how you hit.
Mm-hmm. But Ganon gets through, lights his 3rd orb. Kraken with a free round, throwing out dark, throwing some shade. Shadow flames.
Shadow has that defense. It looks like he's got evasion cap on that black belt. Only crits will get through.
And a Kraken crit is the crit you do not want to get.
That Brack is he's just not having very good time with that Brack.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like the RNG is there, and you can first turn Kraken every time, and then it's like, hey, I'm going to throw 14 of these at you, and nothing doing.
Alright, well, we're officially in man moding. He's got an evasion cap, but... Oh, no! So now he's got 20 chances to crit. Lovely.
Cube tile, Bad Men Nightmares. Pretty good tile. Bad Men, or Evil Men Nightmares, a little bit better, but...
The thing I'm not sure about doing Sky here is we do have required Warmech. We are going to see our Robot Overlord.
Yeah.
I don't know that Ganon has an answer to that necessarily. We'll have to see.
He's got level 30 like across the board.
Alright, Shadow gets bounced out after his Broadcaster just wasn't able to land it. And not quite enough oomph on his black belt.
Grindy, a man after my own heart, going to ordeals. Checks the mud gold tile and it's lobsters. Rip.
That's the second lobster tile we've seen today.
Yeah, I think the first one might have been a seafood party pack tile maybe. But we get through, so let's see if Grindy's rewarded here. There's the seafood party pack. You know, we may represent Team Maryland pretty well, Demon Frog, but I didn't expect this much seafood. Alright, Ganon taking on Warmech. We're going to do Invis. We're going to do nukes. We're going to defense. We're putting everything into the red mage. So defense sword on the red mage. Punch from the black belt misses. Down goes the black mage and Viz on the red mage. We're going to keep, we're going to switch to fade. We're going to do defense and punch. Wormek with Quad X. So this is at least giving us information about Topher as well, as Wormek shares a script pool with the 4 Fiends and Chaos in the Temple of Fiends, and Grindy gets that incentive power gauntlet. There are remaining
Chimeras
pieces of the
aren't
puzzle.
bad. I'm trying to figure out what Ganon's game plan is. Now, does he have the Mazza on the?
And I'm thinking he's got. Oh, hey.
Oh, wow. Okay, Wormek playing a little nice today. Damn, hitting pretty hard. 300, 6 hits for 201 off of the. Yeah, he's putting all of his eggs in that red mage basket. It looks like got the defense and the Mazza on that red mage.
It's a bold strategy. I mean, it's definitely something we'll probably see Grindy work a modified version of with that fighter in his party. But Black Belt proven to be solid support DPS here.
Oh, I think that was a crit through the evasion stacks.
You could turn order though with the Cure 4. Tia is just made out of HP today.
There we go. Takes him down. 35, 35, 39 and a half, we call it.
Your
Ganon's gone wild, our first on-stream runner ready to enter Temple of Fiends.
How do you feel if you're Ganon about your levels? You're like 35 across the board.
It's a really awkward spot considering you have a black belt, because you're probably not going to hit 42 by the time you're down there. But I know these don't use.
No, Grindy. Oh no, Grindy, get out of here. So, Chimeras punch super hard, and Grindy almost suffered for that underestimation of them. I'm sorry I cut you off about the levels.
No, that's fine. That's fine. No, yeah,
So,
it's a little awkward that you're not going to be able to try to aim for either 32 or 42 by the lower floors of Temple of Fiends. You're not going to hit. He's well past 32, but not quite. Oh, but he's coming back here. Going to go ahead and do a little 2-man grind, and I think get the rest of those levels.
yeah, just a little beat up some fire hydrants here, as J-Man gets through Wormek with the solo black belt. Hits 42 on the black belt, so everything's coming up J-Man right now. He still has to kind of recover for that Sea Shrine bounce out, and Shadowed Flames looking to get retribution here. Taking on Kraken once again. J-Man, or I'm sorry, Shadow just struggling here against the Fiends, and turn order is not boding well for him. And you hate to see it. Like it's one of the toughest places to be with these flag sets, is just losing grinds.
Right, J-Man was able to get. Wow, he's stacking up that defense a little more than he needs to. You only use that 3 times to get your full stacks, but he's evaded up. He's 42. Even at 42, not hitting as hard as you sometimes think. With these clamps, high percentage bosses, they can be pretty tanky.
Which goes back to the earlier point you were making about how important fast is. It really is like the key to unlocking these Tovers.
Oh yeah, it's totally worth finding that tail, getting the promotion, and going and getting fast if it happens to be promotion locked.
Yeah, especially if you've already done your grind, because then your black belt has enough innate MDef. The incentive ribbon was from the crown cheese. Mage Rion in chat. Winner gets to raid my leftovers. Alright. Sure, whoever wins this seed will be happy to do so. Got shepherd's pie in there. Alright, so J-Man coming back in there. He's got this black belt activated, and he's just says, cracking its time.
Remember me?
I'm all grown up.
And I forget who had the black shirt, but that it actually would do Ganon's Gone Wild a world of good here, because it looks like he can't quite sweep these Hydras with a Fade or a Nuke, but a black shirt might be able to eke it over. But he's getting there. He's got to be close to where he's want to be. Yep, 42. There it is. That's exactly what he wanted. 42. Gets an extra 2 hits on that black belt. Gets plenty of hit points. He's got plenty of hit points on the red mage as well.
Yeah, he's shouldn't have too much of an issue in here with Topher.
Yeah, with these flag sets, I very rarely will think, gee, I'm gonna try to see. I'm gonna give Temple of Fiends a poke. I'm just gonna give it a little.
Oh yeah.
Little poke and see if it goes well. You definitely go into this with the mindset of, if I'm going in, I'm going in ready to do it once.
Yeah, you do not want to wipe in Topher on these flags. And Grindy pulling our robot friend with his fighter black belt wombo combo. Black belt punching for about 150. Fighter matches damage, but not as many hits. Fade, everybody rolling sub 150. So, got about 500-600 damage into Warmech here. 700 damage. 800. So with the clamp 100 to 250%, we know we got to get at least to 1,000 with this Warmech. And there it is, just over 1,000 HP. So
yeah, Grindy's in a bit of an awkward spot where he can't promote because he has the black belt, and you want to get the extra MDEF from levels before promotion. And you have that really far rolled down Mazza, like a rolled up Vorpal, so you're kind of caught between what do you want to do.
Yeah. And
I'm trying Exor strats. I like it.
I love it. I love it. It does kind of change your approach here when you got to just sort of like make do with what you have. And Ganon's Gone Wild already onto our first speed bump here. Lich 1 or Lich 2 here. Big roll from Fade. So this probably will, yeah. Usually Lich isn't going to survive a black belt punch at all. And J-Man into Topher. So right on the heels.
Yep, Ganon, either a kind of a drawn-out fight or a wipeout again, and J-Man takes the on-stream lead.
Yeah, J-Man, relatively new to the community. I think this is one of his first, maybe second organized event. I can't remember if he did the co-op tournament or participated in the last Duck Derby, but I know that he's relatively new to the community, and he's keeping up with Ganon, who again is also new to racing Final Fantasy Randomizer. Showed up during spring tournament, and just caught on super quick, and has just been doing super. I don't want to race this guy.
And Ganon in that first round on carry, second round 1300 takes him out. Tried to be a little cheeky. Used both of the black mage and the red mage to cast fast on that black belt. Black belt said, "Nah, I'm good. I don't need fast. I'm gonna swing first."
Yeah. And J-Man already threw Lich 2, so J-Man coming. The J-Man cometh. Grindy climbs the tower.
Yeah, though we're on Kraken 2 now. This is where things start to get a little more real.
This is where we test our and J-Man warped or reset out before carry 2. I missed what happened there. Oh, that feels bad if that was a miss menu. If we just lost to the exit boss or reset boss.
Yeah, that
feels really bad.
We were saying earlier, losing a grind feels bad. I'll argue that the reset boss or the exit boss is even worse.
Yeah, any like in a last in week 1 flags, like the classic sort of flags, the classic FFR experience, Topher truly is the great equalizer. In these flags, any significant time loss, for example, a time loss of 2 to 3 minutes could basically cost you several places in these. These flags generate clusters of finishes.
Yeah, you usually have that first crew coming in around the 40-minute mark, give or take.
Yeah, and Ganon not really having much of a problem there with Kraken 2. We'll see if Tia 2 is a little bit harder. Thank
from
you,
chat.
Rob.
Yeah, one hit shot when carry 2. That's happened to me. Turn order.
That is a
turner's a heck of a drug.
Yeah, that's that is basically a reset boss. And that's the downside to not bringing a white mage with these flags. You sort of gamble that the red mage is going to be able to learn life, and we did have life at level 6, but I don't think he went back and bought it for the red wizard. But he's going to get his revenge here.
If you can get life on your red mage, that is almost certainly a worthwhile purchase wherever you can get it. I do like Ganon in the Wild. He is throwing out, since Temper was level 6, he's throwing out some really cheeky level, the lock 2s really early, knowing that these things are going to probably be pretty evasive, if not, not necessarily evade cap, pretty high.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bane gets his white mage.
I don't know if that was through his ribbon or not.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that ribbon is on Ganon's side. The white mage would be pretty logical for having your life caster have the ribbon.
But we're in man mode time for J-Man. The defense, this isn't impossible.
Yeah, when you're in man mode, it comes down to the very first turn order. If you get the defense off before the first swing, you're in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, and there it is. So he's got evasion cap before Kraken punched, and Ganon through to the Chaos fight.
Oh, being very cheeky, using a Cure 4. Oh man,
it's quicker than heal pots.
Yeah, but that Cure 4 is gold in battle.
And J-Man threw Kraken 2 and 48 on that black belt, or the master rather.
Oh, first round crack, you gotta clench just a little bit when you see that, but was able to get the defense and the fast off.
Mm-hmm. And it looks like he does have the ribbon on the black belt.
And we're 15 hits, 400 damage.
Alright,
Chaos Rock. How much another 400?
Yeah, he has at least 2,000 HP, so... Well, there's like half.
Okay.
It's always fun to see that much damage come out of your party. Oh no, and J-Man just got baned. So... Did not equip the ribbons.
There we go. 14 more hits. Chaos goes down. Ganon's gone wild. Official SRL. 51 minutes, 14 seconds.
Yep. He is the first place finisher on stream and finished in 5th place in the race. Finishing off stream in first place was Lord Fizzlebeef with a 41-16. GG's Lord Fizzlebeef and Trash Island Fire Department. Too good. Thunderclaw coming in second with 42-46 for Team Cake and Break. Rubes coming in third, 47-34 for the Center for Competitive Forfeiting. Foolish Feline comes in 4th place with a 50-minute, 40-second. Foolish Feline representing the... Looking. I just saw it. I just had it. The Quackening with Davis and Jet, Sir Link-a-Lot. And again, it's gone wild in 5th place. Cake and Break and Trash Island Fire Department. You guys are super good. So Jamie,
yeah. Wappy came out of nowhere. Like, I haven't raced in a while. We'll see.
So
he's been a monster. Fizzle's been a monster.
J-Man did a thing that you see a lot of newer players do. He got baned on the Master. I mean, arguably the bane happened because we we leveled up, like we leveled our black belt after promotion, so we weren't getting that huge MDef bump. But he didn't equip the ribbon on it either, and so he did go in and equip the ribbon after the wipe, took it off the red wizard, but it's the only piece of armor he put the black belt on, so that black belt is now rocking a solid 1 absorb.
Yeah, as soon as you equip any equipment, you
Yeah.
lose the native absorb the black belt gets when not having gear. So yeah, so you either have to go nothing, or you got to go get that gold bracelet, the pro ring, and the ribbon to at least get some absorb on that black belt. Because now, if Kraken lands, Kraken's going to be potentially hitting just as hard as Ganon's black belt was earlier.
Oh, and Ganon, and he's already down to man mode as Kraken just blew up the black mage. But we get so yeah, if you're gonna, I feel like if you're gonna equip the black belt, you might as well put one of those cheap silver bracelets on him, the +5 silvers. Give him a pro ring. Not that he's gonna need it with the resistances, but just the extra absorb. Yeah. Give him that pro ring. I mean, you might as well. You don't have a bracelet to give him, so.
Yeah, it's 8 absorb on that pro ring. Since it rolled neutral.
9 absorb is better than 1 absorb, in theory. But here we go. Tiamat, open it up with ink. Shadow's still looking for his cube. We know that he's got to go to the waterfall.
Yeah, J-Man getting a good turn order that first turn, get the defense up. Sees that Bane that got him last time, but now he's got the ribbon. He should be good, unless he gets 3 out of 256.
Oh.
Yeah, you see, no fast, no temper, and the level black belt he has, and he's still only hitting on the high end at 700. And
Yeah,
gets
he gets
good.
through. Yeah, so we didn't see nothing too nasty out of Chaos, so we might be okay here.
And we are joined in the booth here by our on-stream winner, Ganon Gone Wild. How are you doing?
Hey, GG, Ganon.
Hey, yeah, I'm feeling okay. I don't know, that was probably one of my worst times in any practice season I did, so...
It was
disappointed.
It was an interesting seed in that you had so much firepower early on. How did you feel about all of the tools at your disposal to travel the world?
I mean, you know, obviously the spells were great. Everything was pretty great. Finding warp is really nice. Red mages pretty stacked. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't too worried. It was just like, it's nice to get all the spells early because you can get like early grinds going pretty quickly. But I just couldn't find any good grind tiles. Like the R Hydra tile. That was probably the best tile I had the whole game. I don't know if other people found better stuff.
There was no like one god tile anywhere.
Yeah.
There was Chimera somewhere. There was Blue D's somewhere else, but they all had kind of either hit hard or were evasive. There was nothing that that we saw on stream that was like the one to get.
And we blinked and we missed it. J-Man just blew up Chaos and finished in 7th place with a official 56-55, and finishing just ahead of J-Man off stream was Danny 383, coming in with a 5401 for 6th place. So get those GGs in chat for J-Man and for Danny. I'm sure we'll see if J-Man wants to join us here in the booth as well. But yeah, Ganon, there was... we were talking about the grinds because there was a lot of like middling grind tiles. The air tiles were like, okay. I liked the blue D tile, but
yeah, I did the blue D one for a bit. I don't know. I probably shouldn't have walked out, and I should have just tried to YOLO kill Kraken with Brack there. But
Yeah.
I just decided to play it safe.
To be fair, we haven't seen anybody actually effectively Brack Kraken yet.
Oh, I did. Wait, did I? I think I did. I don't remember.
If you did, we missed it because like everybody's like been trying to, and all the Bracks keeps bouncing off. But we're also joined by J-Man, our second place on stream finisher. GG's, J-Man.
Thank you.
How did you feel about that seed?
You work better when you equip them. I learned that.
Equipment's important. Equipment is important, but we saw like there was a good bit of this seed where you and Ganon were neck and neck for a lot of it. I think if you hadn't got the unfortunate turn order on carry 2, you probably would have finished within like 30 seconds of Ganon's Gone Wild.
He hits like a truck. Learned that one.
Yeah, we did see silver bracelets roll +5. I forget which shop they were in, but were you thinking about buying bracelets for your mages or black belt and just sort of get lost in the shuffle, or?
It's in Provoca. That's the only ones I saw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think they might have been in Elfland because they were pretty cheap. They were like okay.
But yeah, pretty solid run. I thought it was going really well right up until I think I dove Kraken first, a little too soon. Had to go back and get some more levels.
How did you feel about the grind tiles in this game, or the lack thereof?
Well, I found a pretty good one over in the Northwest Castle. It was the Heirs and the Greyhounds.
Yeah, that's a good one. If they don't roll high HP, that can be a really good XP fight.
That was the better thing. And then there was just nothing but Heirs, and just do a quick nuke and get 8 to 10k.
Mm-hmm.
Then rolling everything up on Warmech and only having Black Belt live helped to kick him up to 42 and get that last bit of help.
Yeah, that was really fortunate XP acquisition for the black belt. You were the only on-screen runner to promote. What inspired your decision to promote that black belt, like in the 20s?
I had written down, I think I'd wanted, in theory, to get some spells on the Red Wizard, and I ended up not getting them at all because the black belt was so, I'd say about 42 once I hit Tiamat.
Yeah, the big thing, and I'm sure you know this about the black belt's MDef growth.
Yep.
Okay, yeah. So
yeah, risk reward, because like I said, I think I had written down that it was like a cure for or something like that. I can get on. I think
it was life was available.
Oh, it was life. That's right.
Yeah.
I was trying to cover my butt for not having much armor on anybody.
Yeah.
And looking here on stream, I think Grendy.
Grindy forgot where the Oxiel was. And I think that's because he wiped out of Marsh.
Yep, you see that he checked that chest, it was empty, he thought maybe I forgot it. And now you gotta start racking your brain thinking.
Yeah. There's no... We talked about all the different kinds of bad feelings that exist when doing a randomizer run. And I think this, honestly, is one of the worst feelings, especially knowing that he's probably seen it. So he's like, where the heck was that Oxiale? Because if we know that it was in Marshlock and he wiped off of that tile trying to take it for a grind.
Yeah, you've been in this for an hour, you've seen everything, so you can't, where have I not been? No, you've been everywhere, so... Yeah, because this, you feel like, okay, this is my fault. If you wipe through a grind, you can say, well, they got, turn order or crits or something. Mm-hmm. This is, I made it a whoopsie.
Yeah. Like, we saw this happen a couple times during Spring Tournament where people killed the pirates and forgot to talk to Vicky. That's happened to me before.
I've never done that, no.
And it's one of those. It's a teachable moment, and it feels real bad because now we have to, and like in your Grindy, it's an hour, 2 minutes in. You've seen at least 7 people finish in what are supposed to be super fast flags, and you're doing your best to not tilt in this moment. And Shadow Flames playing with one of my favorite fun percent flags, the multi-instrumentalist Sarah flag, and this is a trumpet seed, so that's neat. So
Randy, he's in the neighborhood. I think that might be where he's going.
Yeah, okay. He kept flying south. I was like, no, don't go to Ordeals. Especially like if in your mind, like you saw it early, it kind of limits the places you should be checking. As Shadow Flames goes into Topher right around the hour 3 minute mark, hour 4 minute, when you guys look, J-Man and Gannon, I'll throw this question out to both of you. When you look back at the free enterprise flags, this is sort of like a new experience that's sort of like being curated with the within the community. What do you think can be improved? Like, what do you like about these kinds of flags? Where do you see room for improvement?
I think that like it's basically the flag is like black belt edition. Like there's just no reason to ever run anything else other than a black belt. And I think that it feels really quite RNG based. Like I don't know. I'm not sure about the Earth incentivized. Like there's just so many times you have to dive. Like, oh look, the rod was there in this game.
Yeah, I love it though. For that reason.
Yeah, the Earth incentive opens so early, and it's always interesting to see who decides to take the bait and who decides not to take the bait, and how that kind of allows the rest of the seed to play out for each of them.
It does make it easier to dive it though when early SAR is turned off though. So you need to get to the bottom, or you need to get to Vampire to get that going, and then you need to get through anyway to get to the Sage too. So it's like I ended up diving. It's like, oh hey, Rod, let's keep on going.
Yeah, it's the best feeling in the world when it's the rod in that box though. It's the like you grind your teeth when it's like a fetch to the key, and then you go to Marsh, and then the key locked Marsh is a fetch to the rod, and you're like, oh, you like, this is what we're doing today, Seed. But still kind of feels good when you know that the double dip of Earth is required.
I think you're just the notorious Earth diver.
I think I just cursed this seed enough because I think I dove
Topher.
That is not inaccurate. I can say.
This is an example of a seed that I roll. Like when I roll my practice seeds, I have to roll seeds that I have to run seeds that I rolled, and they always send me to Earth. So I've grown quite fond of the place. Let's see what Shadow Flames does here with Kraken 2. That black belt's sitting just under 1,000 HP. I think he's gonna be fine. And we're even power bonking, so this Kraken's about to get turned into pudding here.
So I assume the bonk was in. Where did that miss?
It was
Ordeal.
Yeah, Ordeal. That's the only thing I missed. If I wiped one more time, I think I was going to run back to Ordeals for the bonk.
And Gannon, you were mentioning that these flags feel sort of like RNG heavy, or dependent rather. Where
Go ahead.
I was going to ask, have you tried running Chaos Rush yet?
Nope, I have not.
Oh boy, are you in for a treat?
Godspeed, Gannon. I would say that this is a more linear approach to a Chaos Rush seed, where Chaos Rush we see free orbs, so we can just go into Topher whenever we feel ready to go. And there's even like a cheeky loose item. It's vanilla fetch quest, so like the crown is super important to get that XP bumped up. But 3 forced party members and alt final boss is it's a lot of fun until when you're like rolling with like good party comps like fighter, couple mages, black belt, couple mages. But when you land that first thief double white, you're like, well, we'll go outside my comfort zone. We're gonna see how this works.
Yeah, Chaos Rush. I think way back in the day when we were practicing for the original Chaos Rush tournament, I think Shadow Walker was able to finish a seed in, I think, 14 minutes. Or they can go for 45 minutes. You know, it's really swingy depending on what classes you get. Yeah, because if you get a thief, you either got to find the master or you got to find the tail, because that's the only way it's going to happen.
And you could do it 3 times.
Yeah. All right, Shadow Flame's taking on Chaos here.
Wait, you can run this fight with more than one person?
It's crazy how that works. And defense, Crack bounces off. Defense and Fast comes out. Gets the white shirt going. And then, gets the defense sword activated. And everybody in chat sharing their fastest Chaos Rush times. Just rubbing it in.
Did anyone re-roll at the beginning?
Not on stream.
Yeah, not on stream. So Ganon, you took the 14 hits, 2,300 damage coming out of that black belt, and it's just silly. And there's a nuclear, but that does it. So 12 hits, 1,693. So in 2 rounds, Shadow's black belt does close to 4,000 damage. It's got to feel pretty good as it takes down 8th place with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 9 minutes, 16 seconds. So GG Shadow, we'll see. He's said he's going to come in here and talk to us about it. Ganon and J-Man, similar parties, but very different. And that Ganon brought a white mage, J-Man brought a nun. We're in the same party here as a Shadow Flames. Ganon, what was the inspiration to bring the white mage? And then I'm gonna.
Yeah, I did like a lot of practice seeds with the black belt, red, black, and it can be very fast. But then there's just too many times in Topher where I just get destroyed, and it's just a little bit too risky. If I was like literally trying to win or PB or something, maybe I would run that. But I'm just trying to not lose like 8 minutes in Topher.
Yeah, we did talk about how devastating a Topher wipe can be with these flags. J-Man running the short party, as we're joined also by Shadow Flames, GG Shadow. J-Man, what was the inspiration with your party comp here?
All I can say to that, and I'm sorry if I'm interrupting, I had a double feed for a second, is I have so many words for my PC right now, and I say 85% of them because one SpeedGaming.
GG's all the same, Shadow. That's
good job seeing it through.
Yeah, absolutely.
But no, I had watched earlier, and running a 4-character party just seemed to slow the thing down so much. And running black belt, I knew I'd want to get at least 32, and I did a bunch of practice seeds, and 42 just made it way easier to finish.
Yeah, I got the 32 with mine, wiped the Kraken like 3 times. I'm like, okay, this is it. I gotta get the 42 and I've got to do something, or else I'm going to do something on my roommate's computer that he's not going to appreciate, which is why I finally left to go do other things. Came back and then proceeded to putinize Kraken the way I did.
Yeah, Kraken treated you pretty rude. Between Brax and just overall, just kept bouncing you out.
Yeah.
The first time I saw Kraken, he hit me for about 1,200, and I was like, you know what? How about Tiamat?
I was fully expecting him to do it to my black belt, in all honesty, because Kraken has a way of back rowing the person that I don't want him to hit.
That's what Kraken 2 does, though.
I was talking about Kraken 1.
Kraken 1 was pretty ruthless, too.
Yeah.
In case anyone's wondering what happened in the first 5 minutes of the stream, here's basically what happened. The seed got rolled in SRL. I went to click it. Firefox crashed. Okay, so fine. Copy the link. Go into Microsoft Edge. Edge crashes. okay, desperation time. Let's go into Internet Explorer. The entire PC crashes.
Oh no.
So I was already working at a 5-minute disadvantage by the time I finally got the seed up. So I didn't even get to use the names I had chosen for this because I was going to give a shout out to one of my favorite cartoons growing up and have Yakko, Wacko, and Dot as my 3-person party.
I love it.
Nice.
That will teach you to use that.
Yeah, well, there's always Chaos Rush for that.
That's true. You could, I don't know how confident you are running a 3-person party for a shard hunt, but that could feel a little precarious, probably.
Nah, for a full seed, I'm going with my usual 4-person group. Fighter, Thief, Red, Black.
Yeah.
Alright, poor Grandy forgetting his item. He's finally getting ready. He's gonna kind of pull what kind of feels usually like the first real gatekeeper here, Kraken 2. Gave a couple of people here a little bit of problem.
I believe this was the cause of my second overlay.
Oh, and someone please tell me that I'm the only one who embarrassed myself and forgot that you needed the crown to get into ordeals and didn't make the walk twice.
You and Grendy were the only on-stream runners, I believe, that went to ordeals.
Well, that doesn't make me feel any better than having done it twice.
I mean, it was the non-required power gauntlet, so...
Which, let's be honest, that I might not have needed it with a One-Punch Man, but it was still satisfying to see that big number pop up on Chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Grandy getting those defenses up. The poor fighter with that Maz of -4, not having a good time. Hit for 76 damage, 1 damage. Lovely. Black Belt finally getting some work in, about 300, 400 damage.
Yeah, I think I hit Kraken 2 a couple times for like 100, and I was like level 46 or 48 without any power bomb. So,
question from chat about where was the Masa? I believe Grindy found that in the ice cave.
Well,
yeah,
I had more. Was there anything lower than the first pit in the ice cave? I never made it.
There was, I think it was the fighter tile was on the frosty tile, but
we only saw one fight of it to see. I don't know that we got a chance to really parse if it was. That was the one tile, we didn't see much of to know if it was worthwhile. Grendy down.
Yeah, chat. Only level
Grendy's
35.
not in a good spot. Yeah, level 35. So gonna give it the college try. Try and get the defense up. First turn, ink free turn. Gets his first defense up. Gets his second. Oh, being a little cheeky, not deciding to get that third stack up. Power rising, keeps using that bonk. Take our first swing. 229 damage off of 1 hit. Gets a crit through 300 damage. This is not... And critted through a full set of full stack of defense swords.
Looks like we're gonna give it another go here.
Anyone know why the Astos text was changed? Because apparently that gave me, I think, a ribbon, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even notice, so I just never equipped it.
That's a relatively recent change. It used every NPC that would give an item used to say, "Just here, take this."
Yeah.
And they were able to kind of reintroduce the original text back into the randomizer, where it kind of gives your whole normal chat of, "Oh, hey, thank you for saving me, Mr. Man. Here, you can have this."
I will say there was probably no worse feeling in the world than having a fully rused up character and getting critted for just enough to kill you from it. Though I've heard forgetting to talk to Vicky is a close second option.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright. Coming back in. Throwing the birthday cake.
I love it.
Alright, we got RNG on our side this time. Lets us know that nothing's there.
Yeah, that's one thing I love about this game. You're in the final dungeon and you can still use an insta kill on the bosses in here. It's one of the only games I can think of that uses insta kills. Pretty much every boss you can insta kill in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We also did we see anybody check the TOF locked spike tile?
No, and I'm curious enough that I might want to spin this up and see if that was the tile that was, because that was sitting there the whole time, and I don't think we haven't seen anybody check that on stream.
I could probably pull that up real quick while we're rooting for Brendy to get through.
We're on a 10-minute delay, Shadow. It's okay. We wouldn't see it for another 10 minutes.
Still, you got my curiosity peaked on it now.
Yeah, I guess you could just tell us what it is. Oh, Lord Fizzlebeef in chat clarifying that it was Nightmare Evilmen. That's a good tile too, if you can get it down. We did see the Nightmare Bad Men, but Nightmare Evilmen's pretty good XP.
Well, it's probably better than most anything that I came up with that wasn't Gurnagas and Airs that killed you on the second round.
Yeah, that's the one thing. There was no 3-eye, there was no water Naga. There was just nothing. There was no, that's the tile you want 100%. Everything kind of had a little tanky or a little evasion or had a little bit of hit points or it didn't give as much experience as the other. There was just some trade-off you had to make for grinds in this scene.
Yeah, I think when I had to go back, or when I wanted to go back and get more levels for like first 3 or 4 battles, I tried the Gurnaga Airs. I got nothing but Airs, which wasn't terrible since they're pretty good XP by themselves.
And they rolled pretty low. They
rolled
like
low
nuke.
HP for sure.
Yeah, one nuke was
took out most of them.
Yeah, one nuke was able to clear 2/3 of it. It looked like.
And that bag of Fade didn't hurt either.
All right, let's send some good juju Grendy's way. He's had a pretty bad run of it so far. Gets that defense up. Tries to swing without a fighter. Nothing doing. So I get to temper on that black belt.
Yeah, it's not a bad call with the low-level black belt. Get his power a little bit higher.
There we go. 4 hits, 6. Was it 499? This
is
that's workable.
$5.99.
Oh, $5.99.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's even more work. Yeah, that's workable until Kraken reaches out.
Definitely reached out and touched face there.
There we go. 7 hits, 1121 takes Kraken 2 down. Alright, gonna get everybody topped off. I'm surprised he's not getting the fighter back up. He should have life on the white mage, no?
Oh,
No.
he didn't buy it. Oh, that's
Oh,
bad.
That's no bueno.
No. It's one of those things he might have not checked the level 6 shop.
That's something here at Chaos Rush, you're usually going in, 35 to 45, up to 50. You're gonna have charges of everything. You really do need to check every shop up until you have, all of those utility spells: life, fast, temper, warp, all of it. Keep slinging it out here. Got a nuke, low roll, fade rolls better. Black belt, 5 hits, 644. He's got the black belt where it needs to be to get the truth routine at, but no life takes the white mage down. Nuke in a swing. Bane takes.
Oh, no,
no.
no. Oh. And maybe just gonna get some information here.
Gonna try to finish up.
Maybe we got some bracks. Maybe we'll get that 1% shot.
Yep, he's out. Yep, out of Nuke. Try that Quad X. That's a good call. Nailed it.
Hey, all right.
I mean, it's kind of academic, but you know what? We're here. We're gonna make it happen. We got a defense. We got a Mazman. We got a black mage. We can do this.
Yeah. You got a power gauntlet, right? Let's make it work.
Is this going to be the start of the fabled Black Samurai strats now?
And that's exactly what is going on right here.
Give him the masa. You didn't give him the masa.
Oh, he didn't? Oh, no.
Give him the masa. Go back to your menu, Grindy. Go back to your menu.
Oh.
Oh, no. Maybe we're just going to slap Chaos.
That's the bomb.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's swirled on elemental, and there.
There it is. So, off stream, Mages finished in 9th place with official 124.46, and Grindy has withdrawn from the race. So, get those GGs in chat for Grindy, and we're going to see if he wants to come in here and yell at me for making this seed happen.
Grandy just had a bad go of it. He was doing pretty good. Wiped out of that grind in Marsh and just brain hold that the Oxiel was in that chest. That kind of just puts you on tilt, and yeah.
So Grindy is gonna. There he is. He's gonna come join us. Hey, GG, Grindy.
Thank you.
So, how's it going?
I hate this seed.
But it was level 1 nuke or level 1 fade, level 2 nuke.
That was cool.
I'm sorry. This seed and its RNG did not have your best interest in mind
I
today.
forgot to check a box. I
Yeah.
thought I checked it.
We were talking about it when you were looking, and I thought that you checked it and maybe you wiped on that. Maybe you took that tile a second time and
walked away. I guess I took the tile a couple times and then didn't check the box.
Oh, I have absolutely done that. You say, "Oh, this is a pretty good tile. I'm going to take a few fights,"
yeah.
and you completely slack away that, "Oh yeah, I'm in front of the incentive ice chest. I should probably check it."
Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy. Oh, piece of candy. I'm good. I'm gonna leave. Oh, that. Yeah, that feels real bad. What?
Yeah, I did that too in this race with Volcano Incentive.
Oh man.
I don't know. You know that we noticed that.
Yeah.
At least I'm not alone.
Grindy, what was the? I know you're a big fan of the fighter Black Mage core party comps. How did you feel about bringing a fighter with these flags, knowing that like the black belt is super powerful within them?
The fighter was supposed to just be a meat shield, and I guess
Gotcha.
he did that until I dropped his steel armor like a dummy, but
Oh no.
the seed just did not work for me. I screwed up everywhere.
Oh well. I mean, these flags are not very forgiving with any sort of small time loss either. So yeah, just one misstep can just sort of compound, and what you think was a 30-second time loss ends up being a 6-minute time loss that cost you like
It
yeah.
was like a 15-minute time loss, I think.
That feels even worse. But
I'm just
At
glad
least-
I found the item this time. It
yeah,
wasn't
there
my
you go.
my Bicky problem from spring tournament all over.
Oh no. We were talking about how we're all sort of commiserating how we've all like dropped key items at NPCs and stuff, and it's one of those things that it happens to all of us, and it always feels like extra salt in the wound when it happens on a restream race. But man, well, you stuck through it to the end. You got to chaos with your black mage. It looked like you were queuing up for black mage hero times. What was your strategy on him? Because we saw you didn't move him to Masa.
The Masa was supposed to be moved, and I
Oh.
forgot that too.
Oh no.
Yeah. When something goes wrong, it can, sometimes you can compartmentalize and just take that mistake and throw it to the side and keep trucking. And sometimes when you mess up, it just snowballs and snowballs and snowballs, and that kind of feels like that may come back to get you.
I
Mhm.
was gonna be happy with a black belt and my black mage going into chaos, and then like Bane or Crack or something stupid came around and did what it does.
Yeah, Bane got him, but you were able to nuke through on the black mage.
Yeah.
Oh, it felt so bad.
Well, at least you don't have to run these flags anymore.
At least next week's a shard hunt, right? I
Yeah.
can play regular for that.
Yeah, next week's shard hunt, and then we go. I'll go to the casino for the Chaos Rush RNG slot machine time.
Yeah, I've never played a Chaos Rush. That's about
We're hearing that a lot, man. I don't know if you guys are. I don't know if like I should be like you need to practice or just like nah, just go in blind, man. Like because
just take a black belt and hope I find a grind tile. That's the whole
what if I told you don't get to pick your party?
Oh, okay, cool. At least I don't have to worry about a black
Yeah,
belt.
well, that's the perfect attitude to have. Yeah, it's
I don't
it's
like them anyway.
well, it's a force. So the party comp is a forced melee. So fighter, thief, black belt, and then any class can be forced in slot 2. So melee or mage, and then a forced mage, and slot 3 and slot 4 is a forced none in every chaos rush seed. So
I get 2 characters.
you get 3.
Yeah, you get a melee, an anything, and then a mage.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
You
okay.
could-
I thought
you
said
could-
3 and 4 were nuns.
No, I'm sorry. 3 is a forced mage. Yeah.
2 fighters and a black mage. We got this.
I've never seen that, but it could happen. I've seen 2 thieves and a white mage. I've seen a thief
I'll
and 2
take
white
that, too.
mages.
Just don't give me a black belt. I can't play them.
I always kind of breathe a little sigh of relief with a black belt in those flags.
That's why I
Um,
don't want it.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's alt final boss and a short free Topher, so
That's even worse.
yeah.
Why did I join this tournament?
Because it's fun, man. Well, as Grindy sort of has his existential crisis about this tournament, I want to pass it over to Gannis Gone Wild and get your final thoughts here. Free Enterprise, this seed, the Fall League, whatever you want to talk about, man.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, the league's cool. I'm also in the SpeedGaming live thing, so I'm just like spamming tons of Final Fantasy. So yeah, I don't know. It's fun.
Awesome. Well, GG's once again on the first place finish on stream. We'll go to J-Man for final thoughts.
I think this is my best finish I've had on a stream since I've joined this community, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, dude, you raced really well today.
Thank you.
Well, Shadow Flames with all of the tech issues. GG's on a seed well run. Final thoughts?
2 mainly. First, Grendy, I feel your pain. I'm asking myself that same question every week. And second of all, a big thank you to the comms, our trackers, restreamers, and everyone else involved behind the scenes. Seeing as that's why I normally look, I know how much work goes into it, and it can't be said enough that those guys are the real heroes behind each and every one of these streams. So thank you.
Thank you for the kind words, Shadow. Grindy, final thoughts, man?
It was a rough seed. I'll be ready next week, hopefully.
Hey, there you go. Bounce back. Demon, bring us home, buddy.
All right, well, thank you everybody for being here and watching us. Thank you to SpeedGaming for letting us steal their channel. We have our next race coming up Thursday, 9 o'clock, and the final race for this week, Saturday, 1 o'clock. So if you liked what you saw, you can find us there. Go ahead, join the Discord. You can join up, be one of our ducklings, one of our new players. We got a great program for new players. So if you want to get involved, join us on the Discord.
Absolutely.
And it's been fun. This sounds like this might be a thing, Caleb. I think me and you might be the only ones that signed up for Tuesday night. So we might see everybody again next Tuesday. Hopefully we do. We'll see you next time.